are back on with a webinar series. Jodi and I have been really missing each other and missing our community. So we thought, how can we get in touch with you all again? So we thought we'd just kick off with a one-on-one webinar to share what all our committee members are doing at this time. So first, of course, we've got our beautiful Vice President, Jodi Robertson, joining us. And we're just going to have a little chat and share with you what we've been up to and what's going on in this crazy COVID-19 world. Hey, Jodi.
Hi, Georgia.
Yay, it's so good to see you. Looking forward to a real hug, but in the meantime, we can do virtual hugs. So Jodi, everybody should know Jodi, definitely. She's our Vice President. And Jodes, how long have you been with Women of Influence?
I think it's 8 years now. I'd be coming on to 8 years, definitely, yeah.
And Jodi is also a Regional Vice President with Arbonne. Jodes, do you want to tell us what that means and what that's all about?
Yeah, so, I've been with Arbonne for 12 years and I've got a team that spans all around Australia, New Zealand, UK, United States and Canada. So I just help to mentor and coach, lots of other people, in my team virtually most of the time now to build an online health and wellness business. That's what we do.
Most of people would have heard about Arbonne, but probably don't really understand how it all works. So can you tell us what a typical day in the life of Jodi is?
Arbonne, first and foremost, Arbonne is all about mind, body and skin. That's our evolved branding, and it's vegan products that are healthy living from the inside out. So we understand that there's a connection between your mind health, your gut health, in your skin. It's all reflected. So that, we've got a lot of products that focus on that area. And a typical day is like this for me. I've been using Zoom for 6 years. A lot of people have just gotten on to the Zoom thing, but we've actually been running our businesses this way for a really long time. And we were definitely, I have a few Zooms a day like this during the day, coaching calls with the team and then trainings at night and Facebook Lives and things like that. And we used to be belly to belly as well. But at the moment, obviously with COVID-19, with the current situation, everything we're doing is online now. And we're finding that we're becoming more efficient through this whole process. And every day is different for me.
And how does that work? You used to do a lot of makeup and skincare parties and things like that. You're still doing that with Zoom?
Yeah, so we do we have a lot of fun with it. We do little 15-minute virtual Facebook Lives where we might do a skincare class or a makeup tips or a healthy happy hour. So we're using different platforms like Zoom and Facebook Live and YouTube. So we do a lot of that, and Instagram. So it's really become a social marketing business these days. And we were already heading down this path anyway in the last couple of years, especially in the last 12 months or so. But in current times, I realised that everything that we've been doing in the last few years has prepared us for a time like this, which is quite ironic, really.
And you've taught us a lot about Zoom meetings and sort of pushed the Women of Influence Committee to have our first one.
I actually feel more connected to my team. We've got a massive team in America, and I feel closer to them now than I ever have. We were supposed to be in Las Vegas last week for our annual global training conference. We normally go every year. But this year, obviously, we couldn't travel. So we did a virtual one, and we had it over a few days, and there were 35,000 people that were attending this conference. So we didn't miss out on any of the trainings and the beautiful new product launches and things like that. But what we found through it is our American teams, our sister lines and stuff, we've been doing a lot of the Zoom calls more than we normally would. And I've gotten to know people a lot better, which is really unexpected.
What have been some of the challenges that you've faced in this little bit strange environment?
Well, I think like you, G, we talked about this, those first few weeks, it was quite an anxious time. I was really anxious about the whole situation, about keeping my family and community safe and things like that. And also leading and navigating, a team of over 200 people through the changes and the crisis and how we're going to keep going with our businesses. But, after that first couple of weeks, we've come out the other side, and I'm actually really loving lockdown now. I love this, and I will be making some other changes on the other side, which I'll talk about in a moment. But I just didn't want to tell one funny story that happened with Zoom. When we were in the middle of our global training conference, I was actually live streaming the conference to all my team around Australia and New Zealand. And while right in the middle of that, so we got 50 people all on there. And then there's this crash banging noise in the background. It was a bush turkey flying through the trees and crashing in the background. And everyone's like, what's that noise? I'm like, that's a bush turkey.
Classic.
And also juggling homeschooling as well as running a business, these challenges as well. And, I've got a boy in year 9, and 14-year-old doing year 9, and there's, just seeing him adjusting to all of that and needing to hold space for them. So I think it's really important that for our kids at the moment and for our teachers, it's new for everybody, right? So we've just got to have a bit of patience and understanding for everybody at this time.
So true. So what have been some of the pleasant surprises out of this whole experience for you?
I've never exercised so much, Georgia. I've been exercising every day because we're stuck at home. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to go for a walk. And my 14-year-old son comes walking with me nearly every day. We go for beach walks and we walk around here. And I think that's the best thing. And just having more gratitude for where we live. Like being able to self-quarantine and self-isolate is actually a privilege. And we're all really lucky to have that. And I'm just so grateful for where we live. It's just so beautiful. And I think they're the things that I'm coming out of that. I'm practicing gratitude every day and exercising every day.
So if you compare your life before COVID-19 to not so much now because we're still in it, but how it is going to be afterwards, what do you think will change? What have you learned?
I was a personality type A, as you can tell, because I talk really fast. I run 100 miles an hour, 7 days a week, and I've loved having more quiet time, more time to read, more time to exercise, more time for self-care and focusing on health and wellness. And I think that on the other side of this, I'm going to hopefully continue the exercise part, but also just living a little bit of a quieter life. I don't have to be everywhere all the time. Yeah. And I think that's what I'm going to take.
What will be one of the first things you'll do, or what are you looking forward to when this is all over?
Stuffing my face at delicious restaurants. I've already made a list of all the restaurants I'm going to visit as soon as they're open again. I just want to go and have a good, a lovely meal and a glass of wine with my girlfriends. That's the thing.
Nice.
With you guys.
I'll be there.
That's the thing I'm most looking forward to, I have to say. And traveling again.
Yes. I don't know when that's going to happen, but anyway, that's something to look forward to. All right. Well, thanks, Jodi. That's our first getting back in contact with women of influence. So thank you so much. And there'll be lots more of this. Talk soon.
Thanks, G. Bye everyone.